It's been a few weeks, but we got another cast for you. This time, we're talking about Kevin Hilly's super extravagant wedding that he attended on the East Coast.
Yeah, I'm glad you clarified there, because it wasn't my wedding. Trust me, mine wasn't anything like that. But
or was it a vow renewal?
It was a massive extravaganza.
Listen, me and Erin already saw the invitation to this thing, okay? Because we were at Kevin's house a couple weeks ago, and I mean, this thing was like a scroll, an ancient text. It was like beige. There was a seal, like one of those.
Font,
like the font was gold.
It was gold font.
Pretty sure it's probably real gold. Somebody melted down and took a fountain.
I should have brought one of these in today, for knowing that we were doing this.
Yeah,
but
it was
wax
elaborate.
press seal on the envelope. It was insane.
This was my wife's niece getting married, and the last one in that family, the last daughter, well, the only daughter, I mean, they have no son, so the last daughter getting married, so they pulled out all the stops on this one, okay?
Yeah.
And it was a 3-day, it wasn't just a wedding, it was a 3-day wedding excursion / extravaganza.
There was like a cocktail hour. There's like a brunch. There was all kinds of stuff. Kevin, tell us about it.
It was in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, okay? And you maybe think of that as like, Amish country and everything, like very simple, and that's true. But then there's also this very rich, elaborate section of it too, okay? So the day before the wedding, it's the welcome event. I'm not sure.
Actually, we should start this by saying Jordan and I are very insulted that you did not take us with you.
Yeah, you should have brought us along.
Were you afraid we were going to embarrass you or something?
I was going to say it was family only, but actually it wasn't. There were a lot of people I had no idea who they were there. But,
Yeah.
But so it started off the day before, and it was this pre-wedding welcome extravaganza thing, and it was held at the hotel in Lancaster, and the food was incredible.
Of course, Hilly always talks about the food first.
They had a band going.
Oh,
this was as big as most people's weddings.
Yeah.
Okay. It was like a wedding. It was, and the food. I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. The shrimp was. I can't spread my fingers high enough. I hope you're enjoying the video version of this, not the audio, because I'm spreading my fingers this wide to show you how big those shrimps were. They weren't jumbo shrimp. They were like mini lobsters, okay?
So quick question, though. I got to go back to the band. What kind of band was it? Was it like a swing band? Was it a jazz band?
They were doing popular tunes,
Was
all
it a metal band?
It was instrumental.
It was like a covers, like just, yeah.
But boy, they were good. They were really good. So they're doing it, but then, and it wasn't like a sit-down dinner type thing. It was like all the food was out, and you could go back and forth as many times as you want. Yes, I had a lot of shrimp.
Which is Hilly's dream.
Oh, my God.
It's like a Viking feast. It's just an open table of just nothing, but you're like, it's food as far as the eye can see.
And then there was stuff going on outside and inside, and it was magnificent. Toasts galore. Oh, here's the toast.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
listen, what were you expecting when you had a breakdown of here's what's happening Friday, here's what's happening Saturday, here's what's happening Sunday? You were in for an experience at this wedding.
And Kevin, there was also a dress code, was there not?
Well, I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
But Jordan's right. When you see an itinerary, you know it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sort of like my sister-in-law was asking my wife, is Kevin wearing a bow tie?
Ooh.
And she said, no, Kevin's not wearing a bow tie. I said, hey, be glad I'm wearing a nice tie. Okay, it was black tie is what it was.
Be glad he's clothed.
My tie does have black in it, okay? So
you just show up with like a Garfield tie on. Everyone else is on
a clip on.
Kevin's got a 1950s flower sack sewn on.
Yeah.
So that was that night. That went well into the night, man. We were partying like crazy, and the food was just incredible. The crab cake.
This is insane. You're eating this good pre-wedding.
This is not even the wedding
I can't
yet.
even wait to get to the feast on the wedding.
That's what I'm saying. So the crab cakes were incredible. Everything on the menu. It was an open bar, so plenty of. It was
if
wasted
you've
on
listened
me.
to us for any amount of time, you know crab cakes is like one of Hilly's all-time favorite foods.
It was like they had me in mind when they put the menu together. It's like, thanks, guys. So anyway.
I'm sure that's what your niece was thinking. What would Unky Kevin like to eat?
Clam chowder and crab cakes.
He's coming all the way from Missouri. What can we do to accommodate him?
All we're waiting for is the clam chowder.
Yeah. That's right.
So that was the Friday night event, okay? And we had just flown in, the day before, and it was the flight itself was a whole nother disaster, which maybe I'll share. I don't know. It was too much to share. I mean, it was United Airlines royally screwed up everything. It was supposed to be St. Louis to Newark, New Jersey, direct, nonstop. Beautiful. That's what we booked. No, they ended up changing it. They diverted us to Chicago.
I got the hilly text of displeasure bright and early that morning going, get this.
It was supposed to be, it's the whole shebang started at like 3:45 in the morning, my normal time to get up, because we had to get up early to get to St. Louis, to get to the airport, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the flight was supposed to take off at 6 o'clock. It did not. It took off well after that. And we were supposed to get to we were supposed to get to Newark by like 10 a.m. Eastern time. No, we end up in Chicago, and we get a text. As soon as we land in Chicago, we get a text from United Airlines saying, welcome to Newark. I go, what? This is not Newark. So then that was a long delay. And then they finally put us on a plane to Newark. But they had other people who were trying to get on the plane who were not originally booked. And they said, like, no, you have to wait for the passengers who were originally booked for Newark to get on. So it's kind of like The Walking Dead. Like everybody's sort of trying to hustle in line and everything. No, get away from me. Get away. I have a ticket right here. You know, that kind of thing. So anyway, they finally they get us to New Jersey and blah, blah, blah. So that was, and then we got an apology from United. My wife got it actually because she was the one that booked it. And they started off with, sometimes there's nothing you can say, but I'm sorry. Oh, no, there are some other things you can say, and they begin with M. Okay.
I was going to say, did they give you like an extra bag of snacks on the plane or anything? A free drink?
No, they
probably got a couple of points for your next trip. That's what you got.
They kept the oxygen on in the cabin. That's what we were free. So anyway, so that was that.
That's winning.
So that whole thing began and blah, blah, blah. All right. So Friday is the big pre-wedding experience. Saturday is the wedding itself. So it's held at this ginormous mansion. I mean, Erin, I sent you a picture.
Kevin's family, by the way, I just want you to know, I feel like I know you all personally because I kept getting videos and texts the entire weekend long of everything going on. And let me just say, as far as that mansion's concerned,
and it was held
fantastic.
It was held outside. So, I mean, they have these beautiful grounds and, you know, everything. And so we weren't inside the mansion yet, but we're outside there. And the skies were threatening. We were like, okay, it looks like we're going to make this. Okay. Everything begins and you start hearing the music. Oh, we're all seated waiting.
But Hilly sent me this picture where he's holding a glass of champagne. He's like, I've never had champagne during the ceremony.
That's right. Yeah, they were handing out champagne to people during the ceremony.
And I was like, oh, that's wasted on Hilly. That's my favorite middle-aged lady drink.
What were you supposed to do? Like toast after, like at the end, or when they kiss or something like that?
We didn't get instructions.
We wouldn't have made it to the end of the ceremony.
I was going to say, it's like, oh, did we need to wait?
I was just following what everybody else did. So anyway, okay, the bride starts. No, in fact, the bride had not even started down the aisle when suddenly, boom, the heavens open.
Uh-oh.
Here's all the guests. Here's the instrumentalists. They're quickly covering the instruments and everything. All of us get up, and it was like a mad rush for the trees to get under the trees. And the officiant, she had just started into her comments about the couple and blah, 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 and how long I've known them. Blah, blah, blah. We're like, we don't care, lady. And
they say
we get it. You know what? You've known them a while.
Yeah, they say it's good luck. They say it's good luck when it rains on your wedding. You know, it happened to my sister-in-law too, actually.
All I know is it was a mad scramble for the trees, and then we, being the gentlemen that we are, we all ran to the tent where the reception was going to be, and the women were standing out there. And the staff from the mansion starts running umbrellas out to all the ladies.
The true gentlemen.
Escorting them. And the guys are like, yeah, good luck. So
I'll see you back. Yeah, I'm going to be eating.
Look for me near the shrimp, okay?
Wow, that's a very East Coast thing. You wouldn't have that happen in mid-Missouri.
So we get into the tent, and it's a beautiful tent. Don't get me wrong. But it's not air conditioned because the bride didn't feel that we really need air conditioning. But again, the bride is like 30 years old. So she didn't count on old people being there. Okay. So we start there, and of course, the ceremony itself, because we're all saying to each other, hey, you know what? Technically, they're not even married yet, really, because they haven't gotten the I do's and all that stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
They get in there, and then maybe a half hour, 40 minutes passes, something like that. And we're all just partying and eating and drinking and everything. It's like everything's completely off the rails.
It's all scrambled.
Right.
It's like Pulp Fiction. We're seeing the end before we see the beginning.
That's right. Kind of. Yeah, it's a good analogy. So finally, the officiant, she stands up there and goes, okay, ding, 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 ding. Could I have everybody say, can we have your attention, please? Everybody's like, and finally, my brother-in-law, the father of the bride, gets up and says, all right, can I have everybody listen? Okay. Dave's talking now. Okay. So, everybody, would you please, everybody, have your seats, and we're going to continue this ceremony. We're like, come on, can we just say they're married? I mean, so, because we're starting to eat and everything. We're enjoying the guy's snacks and everything.
Hilly, I'm sure you had pockets. You could have put a couple of pieces of shrimp in there or whatever you need to do to munch during the ceremony.
We promised we wouldn't mention that, Erin. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, so we sit down, they do the ceremony, yada, 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 and then they do the first dances and blah, 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 blah. And so all that's done, and then they're like, okay, now we're going to start, eating and everything. But here's the way. My sister-in-law, who, again, she's very picky with this stuff, okay? She decided this is how she wants them to do it. They're not just bringing it to your table. Here you go. Everybody, the wait staff waits around the table. They're all holding it. And then all at the same time, they place the food down in front of you. It's like very choreographed, very synchronized serving. It was like, man, this is a fancy place here. Okay. So we're eating, having a great time, and the rain, it's just pouring down like you're outside, just pouring down. We're like, well, it's a good thing we're under a tent, right? So that went on through the wee small hours of the morning.
So they get married in the tent or outside?
In the tent, officially in the tent. I mean, that's where they said their I do's, in the tent. So for whatever. But you know what's funny is a wedding, you're already married as long as you've signed your certificate with the county and all that. You know what I mean? So this is all sort of a formality before friends and family and everything. After that's all done, there is a bus waiting to take us back to the reception site.
What kind of bus?
It was just a big...
Oh, it was more than a bus.
It was a party bus is what it was. Okay?
Billy was very impressed that there was a stripper pole.
There was. Well, wait. Oh, don't get to that yet, because I was going to say, before we even got on the bus, there was a pizza food truck outside, too. So we're outside the mansion. So
does everybody in your family have your appetite? Is that the deal?
A number of them do, but
I love how it's just outside the mansion. Yeah. Like, would the pizza truck guy be like, I'm sure someone here's hungry.
Big deal. Yeah.
So we're doing that. So we finally get on the bus and we're on the ride back. And it was a party bus. They had a stripper pole. We call it a stripper pole. Oh, I'm sure it was there for support.
Well, what other kind of pole is there?
Support pole. So when you're walking through,
is it a bridal pole? That's something I've never heard of before.
So every time,
yes, for balance.
So every time somebody went past the pole, you got to pay the toll. Come on. So I'm going to stand up and do it. So I get on the pole and I go, woo!
Avert your eyes.
It was awesome. And then they had tunes going, so we're singing to, Piano Man and Billie Jean. It was one song after another. It was just a blast. Because it was about a half hour.
As one does around a pole.
It was so it was about a half an hour ride back to the hotel. And then there was an after party beyond that.
Basically, you were just at one big, giant, non-ending party.
It was. We're like, where is this going to end?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's getting late, and, Donna and I are back in the hotel room. She's like, I can't do it. It's like already like 11:30 or something at night. I can't, because we have more coming up on Sunday morning. There is more. There is a giant back at the bride's house, her parents, my brother-in-law and his wife, they're having a farewell brunch. And when they say brunch, they don't mean toast. They don't mean French toast and eggs. I mean, it's massive, okay?
Was Eggs Benedict there?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Love
Eggs
Benedict.
So and it's all set up outside. It's a pool party there.
I'm just imagining everything you can think of. Waffles, they got it. Cereal, yep. Oatmeal, whole thing of a tub of it over. Just like
omelets,
anything.
9 flavors.
Kind of. And they have the
big pot of chili.
They have a beautiful house in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I've been there many, many times in my life. We've had a lot of happy family events there. But I mean, they had the pool there, and so we're all swimming. Well, I didn't go swimming, but they're all swimming and. Yada, yada, yada. And then we got all the food set out all over the place. And finally, it was like, okay, I guess we're done now. It finally ended. And it was like, first of all, I can't put any more food in me, okay? And then the plan.
Words we never thought we'd ever hear.
Yeah.
The plan later that day was to go see. So we were leaving the wedding stuff, and then we went to see my brother in New Jersey. And then the next day, we went to see my cousins in northern Jersey, further up. And then it was time to go home. And it was like, I want to go home now. I've had enough partying. It was the most incredible wedding I've ever been to. Yeah. Actually, their daughter before them who got married, she must have been looking at that and go, why did you chintz on me? Mine wasn't anywhere near as elaborate as this.
It's the wedding that never ends. Actually, you just went home and then
it's still going on.
Someone was sitting in a corner, put a bag over your head. You wake up, you're in a tux again. You're like, oh no, you thought the wedding was over.
It's like Groundhog Day wedding,
Iron Man Dave's gonna reach out to Jordan and I and be like, the party's still going on. Kids, come on out.
So, and you know what? You got to remember too. My wife and I, we had the most humble wedding. I mean, compared to that, we had compared to anything, we had the most humble wedding. We got married at a American Legion Hall in Pendle, Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia, and we had $5,000, I think, to spend on everything, and that included food and booze and everything else, and it was very low key. It was fun, but it was nowhere near. And I must tell you guys, there was one thing that happened at our wedding that was crazy. All right, so. My wife's family and my family had never really met before. They hadn't really. Okay, so there's my dad who, he's divorced. He's been divorced for years from my mom. There's her mom who has been divorced for years from her dad. And suddenly we look and there they are dancing together on the floor. I go, no, don't cross the streams. It was the weirdest, most bizarre thing I'd ever.
Were they dancing cheek to cheek?
Yeah. No, I think it was rather polite, all things considered. But it was like, there's Dad. Look, there she is. Oh my gosh, and they're dancing together. They look like they were having a good time. Like, no, we need to nip this in the bud, okay?
Donna would not want to marry her stepbrother.
I'm telling you. No, that's for sure.
Well, listen, at that point, you all married first. So you'd be like, you all made it weird. You all made it weird.
We were the ones. That's right. So that's my wedding tale from back east in vacation. It was a blast. We had actually an absolute blast, but I came back exhausted.
I can only imagine they had like 30,000 photos taken.
Oh, okay.
Especially if it was like
professional photography, everything.
Well, that's what I mean. Like just like the day of the wedding, right. I'm thinking 3 days of that.
Yeah.
How many pictures were taken?
And there's a whole thing where you stand there and you wish the bride and groom their best. Hey, remember blah blah blah, and wish you guys. So.
Like the whole video thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So which is not uncommon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it gets so tiring smiling that much. You know what I mean? You ever get to the point where like the muscles in your mouth hurt?
Yeah.
I get in trouble for it on a daily basis.
I get this weird thing too, where like if I'm smiling too much, I get like a weird feeling in the back of my head. That happened to you?
It's like smile brain freeze.
Not like a headache, but like it's weird. It's like it just hurts. I guess
like
it's
a tension headache.
Yeah, it's like a tension headache. Yeah.
Okay.
So did your wedding compare to anything like that?
Oh, yeah. No, we had a good wedding too, but it wasn't like this multi-day.
It wasn't something out of Game of Thrones.
No, right? I feel like they did that for the family. I feel like they just wanted the family to get together and be together for a while. I feel like that was great. You know what I mean? I feel like they were just thinking about themselves. They're like, the family doesn't get together too often. Let's have a nice.
Like your wedding or the one we
your
were at?
wedding is what I'm talking about.
I guess. I just think they had like the equivalent of the national debt to spend. So let's make sure we spend it all.
Mine was one day, but it was a very nice. Like we had real nice food.
It was only one day. Right?
Yeah. So I know. Sorry, lonely peasant. I had a 1-day wedding.
Ooh. Well, I hate to break it to you guys, but mine was like a 3-hour ordeal in my backyard.
If you want to be technical, I guess I had a 1-night wedding.
Oh, there you go. All right, well, Tell us what memories you have of yours.
I'll tell you the one memory for sure that sticks out in my mind is that I didn't get my cake. I didn't even get to eat my wedding cake. So here's the story on that. So everyone at your wedding, they make it a point to try to say hi to you or congratulate you. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And like it's such a whirlwind because people are whisking you away left and right. So, but anyway. We got done with our wedding. We're at a reception. We're eating and all that. It got to the cake, where of course Emily's already like smeared the cake all over my face. Anyway, we got our cake. I'm wanting to eat it, and I keep trying to make my way back to my seat to eat my cake.
Want to have your wedding cake.
Yeah, but of course everyone's talking to you.
Hi,
and so by the time I finally made it back to my seat, the people had already cleared my area. No! And so I was like, where's my cake?
No!
Oh, we threw it away. I'm like, I'll just get some more. And they're like, the cake's gone. No! And I'm like, what do you mean it's gone? So I didn't even really get to enjoy my wedding cake until the year after because we kept a portion of it.
Keep it in the freezer.
But so the wedding cake I got to get was year-old freezer burnt wedding cake. So it was still good, but it wasn't the day one freshness. You
have any more left?
No.
Wow. Well, yeah, Erin's, yours was completely by surprise.
Yeah, we Facebook messaged our friends and family. And first off, the husband and I at that point, we had both been divorced before. Didn't have a ton of money, either one of us. But I said, okay, we can do this. We'll just do it on the cheap. But it was amazing because looking at pictures, it didn't look cheap.
Right.
I enlisted the help of my best friend because I'm like, okay, when it comes to pulling off an event, I have good ideas.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure how to execute the ideas.
Right.
So I brought her in on the secret, and of course she ran with it. And
she was probably loving that too.
Oh, we had the best time, and we chose the middle of October because having an outdoor wedding, I thought, okay, less rain in October.
Yeah.
Cooler temperatures. All of our old people won't melt. Yay.
Unlike us, we were all melting at ours. Yeah, exactly.
Why did we pick the hottest day of October? It was 87 degrees. At 3 p.m., we were getting married at 6. And then a little kind of like a windstorm. I mean, it was blowing things over and, we're chasing decorations and all this other stuff. The best part, though, is when people started to arrive. Nobody seemed to notice that I was in a dress.
Right.
And the husband was in nice khakis and a button-down shirt. Nobody seemed to notice that. Everybody was coming in shorts and hoodies and stuff,
Going to this barbecue.
Nobody seemed to notice that we were dressed up.
Right.
Then my dad comes in and he looks at our kitchen table and he goes, why do you got flowers in your paper plates?
Oh my God.
That's a cake, Dad. It's not a stack of paper plates. Put on your glasses.
What do you think it was? A giant stack of Dixie plates?
I totally decorated with flowers.
Oh my
exactly
God,
what
great.
he thought. And how I knew I married the right man was no, we didn't save cake for a year later in our freezer. No. We had a gluten-free cake because I'm allergic to wheat. I break out in hives and stuff. So we had, his favorite is red velvet. And then I did, just for fun, I did a funfetti. So the bottom layer was red velvet, top layer funfetti. And for 3 weeks after, we'd come home from work, we'd sit on the couch and we'd have a piece of cake. That's how I knew I'd married the right person.
But Erin, we've kind of glossed over the whole thing about your guests didn't know they were coming to a wedding.
No.
How did you reveal it to them?
No,
what happened? Other than the obvious.
Well, we told them, come over for a barbecue and we're going to watch the Notre Dame game.
Okay.
I was marrying into a very hardcore Notre Dame family.
Fighting Irish, man.
So that's what and we had a couple of people who didn't come. His nieces were like, oh, we're busy or that's not really our thing. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't going to say, oh, hey, it's our wedding. Because I wanted it to be a surprise.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, anyway, we were dressed up and several people, my sister-in-law, she recognized immediately. She pulls me aside in the kitchen. She goes, oh my God, you're getting married. And I go, all right, well, let's
she kind of realized suddenly.
I go, let's see how long it takes everybody else to, especially my dad, because my dad was just like, oh, these paper plates and the flowers. And so we kind of drew the curtains back to the backyard, the sliding glass door, and it was all decorated and there was an altar and all that other stuff. And I was like, well, it is a barbecue, but we're getting married first. So that's
really cool.
Did
That's
anybody
really cool.
suspect?
No.
Wow.
No. We had gotten engaged 3 months prior.
Okay.
And that night, I think my friend had reached out to me and she's like, oh my gosh, so you guys gonna do like a big wedding? What are you gonna do? We're not big wedding people.
Yeah.
That's not us. And again, money was a little bit of an issue at the time. And I didn't want to have to like go get a bank loan to throw like, a big elaborate wedding.
Yeah.
And I just thought, okay, you know what? We capped it at like 25 people.
Wow.
I think 19 were able to make it.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
And
Yeah.
that was it. And then, there was the whole, Facebook picture at the end. Boom, we got married, sort of thing. I did have a friend. He was my co-host at the time. He was like, once he heard the announcement, we're going to get married, he runs out the front door. And the husband looks at me and goes, well, that's a weird reaction. He comes running back in like 30 seconds later. He's got a camcorder and a tripod. And I'm like,
what?
Did you just happen to have that in your car? He's like, yeah. Like it was, that was a weird.
What's so unusual? Doesn't everybody?
So now, thanks to him, we've got a wedding video.
Some video evidence that you were indeed married.
Thumb drive. Yeah,
that's really cool.
How about that? Mm-hmm. Had you already registered with the county and everything beforehand, so you were officially married at that point?
We had all of that. A coworker here is a minister in a church, and so we had already met with him prior, gotten everything together.
Okay, nice.
We were ready to go, and it was good memories.
Yeah.
Definitely good memories.
Yeah. The thing with weddings, and I think you guys would probably agree, the most important thing is that when you're doing it, you're doing it with the love and blessing of your family and friends. So it's like you want them there if you can.
100%.
Sure.
Jim Gaffigan, the comedian, he does this whole bit about weddings, and one of them he says, the reception line is always weird because I always feel like I just saw a play or something. It's like I'm shaking hands with you're the grandmother. You were really good. And
it's like, you stood up there. I saw it was great.
Well,
I brought the fork, the gifts.
And one other thing is our parents hadn't met before that day.
Oh, another one. Okay.
See, I think that's what I love the most, especially like with my wedding too. I noticed it's like when both the families start to interact with one another. That's
Don't cross
cool,
the streams, man.
I love it. I don't know. I like seeing everyone having a good time celebrating.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? No one's upset. Everyone's kind of set their differences aside. Everyone's together enjoying their company.
Yours hadn't met, Erin.
Well, and we'd said it, a million times since. We got married October 15th of 2016. We lost his mom unexpectedly February 13th of 2017. So if we would have decided to plan this big, elaborate to-do, there's a good chance she would have missed it. So we're really glad that we decided to just, what, we're going to wing it. It's going to be great. And that's what we did. You know what, though?
I've said it for years, and I know you guys would agree on this. The important thing with a wedding isn't the getting married; it's the being married.
Yeah,
that's where the work comes in. Everybody can have a good time and party. That's easy.
Yes,
but when you get right down to, living your daily life with this person and knowing his or her faults, and you still love them and you still drive them crazy and they drive you crazy. But I mean, it's like, we made this promise, and that's where the real good stuff comes in.
Oh yeah, the husband drives me absolutely bonkers at least 4 times a week, and I'm sure I drive him bonkers probably more than that.
Oh, absolutely.
But I wouldn't trade him for the world. No. And I'd come from a situation where I was convinced, I was adamant, I was never getting married again, and he slowly changed my mind about that, and it'll be 10 years this October.
Nice. Well, if you go back to our Kast from 7 months ago? I don't know. What month was that?
January?
Was it January? Yeah, I guess it would be January.
December, somewhere in there.
Last January, that was our big 100th episode, and we brought our spouses in. Yeah. And we chatted with them, and that was fun.
Yes.
And it was nerve-wracking, and it was It was frightening, is what it was.
I said to the husband afterwards, I'm like, it was okay if you talk.
Yeah.
He was real quiet to begin, but
he's kind of a quiet guy.
He
He's
picked up steam
like
as we went on, though.
Yeah.
So, but you can check that out if you want to see. But anyway.
So what you're saying is you want to do that again for
no!
our 200th?
No, I don't even know what number we're up to, 128 or something.
So we got a while.
Yeah, we got some time.
But anyway, you guys have anything else?
Mm-mm.
We're just talking all about weddings,
Yeah. Marriage.
What are you getting ready to dismiss us from the meeting?
Don't get married just for the wedding, though. That, like Kevin was saying.
No,
it's true. Get married for the person, not the fanfare of it.
Exactly.
Or better yet, you don't have to have a huge ceremony and stuff.
Don't.
Take that money, put it on a house.
Mm-hmm.
Take that honeymoon you always wanted to take,
Mm-hmm.
We had the kind of wedding we wanted. We did it that way because we didn't want people to have to buy gifts.
Yeah.
There was no pressure, no dressing up for them.
It's nice.
Just for us. As soon as the ceremony was over, boom, leggings and sweatshirts. It was great.
There is nothing wrong if you're both agreeing on this.
Yeah.
Just go to City Hall, sign some papers, and boom, you're married. That's fine. If you want to have a party later for everybody, that's cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're like Outback. It's not no rules, just right.
Yeah.
So. I mean, it's whatever floats your boat.
There's not a written rule like this is what you must do for your wedding. You can do whatever you want. You're your own individual, right?
Yeah.
Have your wedding you want to have.
Basically,
have it at
it makes you both feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You could have it at Madison Square Garden like Taylor and Travis. I mean, whatever.
Nobody wants that.
You have 15 million.
Nobody wants that.
That's right. Hey, make sure you give us a subscribe. We sure appreciate it. That way you always know when the Kast, with a K, the Kast, drops, and you can enjoy our podcast. And also, you'll see wherever you can leave comments here.
Yeah.
If you got any marriage thoughts or whatnot, share those with us as well, right?
We could use all the advice we can get. Let's be honest.
Hey, thanks for joining us for this latest edition of the Kast.